yo, yo.
I got his wife. He's like, bam, look at that. She's like, oh my
God,
God.
we're live. We're live. We're live. We're going. We're streaming straight to YouTube, and obviously recording it as well, just in case we get any fuck ups. How is the Fight Strength podcast team going on? It's a pleasure to host you both. How's life?
Go ahead.
Jason
Me
B.
first. FSP invasion in full effect. Everything's going good. I mean, the show's going good. You know, having some good guests, fun guests. I think the best thing is that Phil, and longtime guest of the show, multi-time guest of the show, Tony Ricci, got an ebook. Phil and Tony wrote it. I'm doing some editing and formatting on it. The ebook should be coming out hopefully April 1st or whatever. So it's gonna be pretty cool. It's on weight cutting, and Phil and Tony get to expand on the great knowledge they know about weight cutting and how they prepare fighters. Like, as a person that got to read it, as an editor, it's awesome. Like, if you're a coach, if you're a trainer, if you're a fan of the sport or a writer of the sport, it's worth it to understand what fighters have to go through and how serious that element of the sport is. But other than that, I mean, for myself, doing some writing for Sure Dog, MMA Sucka, Fight Strength overall, going strong, baby. Now take it away, Phil. Your turn.
Nah, just like you said, man, we've been doing well. We're on our 34th episode coming up, correct?
Yep.
So, you know, we've been grinding away, trying to get as much great information and content out to people as possible. But I think that ebook definitely is going to be something that'll change the game when it comes to weight cutting in general. I just talked to a kid just leaving the gym now that had no real idea of what he was doing. He's an amateur, but had no idea what he was doing as far as weight cutting goes. And that's it may seem far-fetched for some people, but man, listen, a lot of these fighters don't know what the hell they're doing when it comes to weight cutting. You know, so I like to I'm liking the fact that we went into deep detail and we went like 60 pages, but it was 60 pages of no fluff. Like, it got straight to the point. We're giving you information that you can take with you, you know, throughout your career. So if you're a fighter, if you're a coach, this ebook is definitely going to be for you. It'll be real beneficial. I guarantee you that. But other than that, man, you know me, I'm getting it done each day, you know, getting bigger, getting stronger, you know, bop, 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 you know, stuff like that.
Shit.
Tell them about your globe trotting. Tell them the various stops Phil Daru be wheeling and dealing, profiling and across the world soon.
Yeah, man, my passport pages are getting drawn up. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to come to the UK. People been asking me to come to the UK, but you know, nobody really wants to step up to the plate, man. You know,
Boo, UK, boo.
You know, he's been trying. JB, you've been trying, right? But at the end of the day, nobody's biting, man. I got Ireland. I have Singapore, Poland, Russia, obviously, Australia, and we're thinking about going to. Hopefully, I'll be going back out to Vancouver, which is probably going to be happening pretty soon again. Vancouver is nice, man. I like Vancouver. It was cool. Nice people, great place to actually live and at least vacation for a while, man. But it was cool. And then, you know, I'm in California. I'll be in California about 3 to 4 times in a couple of months span. So we'll see how that goes. We just finished up wrapping up this Paramount TV broadcast for the Bellator heavyweight tournament with King Mo. That was cool. They, you know, man, Bellator, whatever they were doing, man, they kept me on my toes with the questions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man, they were just like hounding me with questions. A little bit different than the UFC. But Bellator, man, they were just persistent with their questions. It was kind of strange to me, but it was a good time, whatever. And then tonight was our last night, me and Joanna's last night of training for her camp as she leaves for Brooklyn on Sunday. Oh. So I'm gonna see her one more time until, you know, weigh-ins. But she looked good, man. Obviously, she's a little tired, she's a little run down, but at the end of the day, that's how fighters are at the end of camp, man. It is what it is. It was our last hard sparring session today. She's 125 pounds, so only 10 pounds out.
Nice.
Way better
Fantastic.
than last time. The only thing now that we have to really worry about is just the rehydration and refueling process, where I'll be there. Mike Brown, and obviously she's working a lot with George Lockhart, so George will be out there helping her out with her food and her rehydration. So it's looking good, man. So if any of you motherfuckers gonna bet against my girl, we got problems, dog. Problems.
I noticed yesterday when I fucking commented on your status. You knew I was joking, though, obviously. I'm no hater. I'm proper lover, but it always cracks me up when you see those guys commenting on her videos and fucking just uneducated fools, man, who are like, "Hey, man, why is she doing CrossFit for? Like that's all she fucking trains." You're like, what? What's this fucking guy on about? CrossFit? You need to go do some CrossFit, you fucking idiot. Look at you.
He's a bro.
I just love that JB's American accent always goes Southern. It always leans Southern. I like that.
I can't help it. But yeah, no. How much is your ebook going to be, or is it free, or how do people get a copy of that? Because I'm quite interested.
So we're kind of playing around with the price, but we're thinking about leaning towards 60 or $59.98, and then I'm gonna have a discount code for people that listen to the podcast. I'm also gonna be selling it on my website, so you can take a look there. And then also, I'll probably do a special discount code for the first week, so people can get 10% off on the first week sales. So we're thinking about maybe $60 in general, and then you'll get discount codes throughout time.
I mean, I think it's worth it. I mean, Phil just talked about rehydration and recovery with Joanna, and that's going to be in the book too. I mean, not Joanna, but that process. I mean, like I said, as a fan, as a writer for the sport, I think it's a worthwhile purchase because it's fascinating to see what they do. It's really interesting.
Yeah, and like I said, man, even it's $60, but you're investing in your career or in your profession, either one, and you're investing in your health in general. So I've bought ebooks that were $80, $90, $120, to further my education from just from a knowledge standpoint, and this was just for my profession. So why wouldn't you just you have to, if you want good quality, you have to be willing to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to make it as affordable as possible, but then again, we're giving you tons of information with the amount that we have. So
I'm just gonna say fuck you to the people in the UK who ain't fucking jumping on the bandwagon to bring you over, man. Like, honestly, I've got even in my local town, we've got maybe 6 different fight camp places, like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, K1, all different sort of martial arts and that. And I'll tag them all in. I'm like, yeah, my man fucking works with Joanna, works with Dustin, knows his shit. Let's sort it out. And everyone's just silent.
Oh, good.
I'm like, you fucking wasters.
Did I talk about I'm going to Singapore too? Singapore and probably Phuket top team out in Thailand. So that'll be fun. I'll get to go with those guys out there. But yeah, man, it's just another. Listen, the reason why I'm doing this, the reason why I'm traveling, is obviously, I like to travel. But let's be honest, I'm trying to reach as much people as possible, and the only way I could truly do that is not through a DM on Instagram. You know what I mean? I have to get out there. I have to meet people. I have to converse with them, answer their questions, and get to know these people so we can all have an understanding of what this truly is about, which is about getting better performance and recovery for combat sport athletes, for fighters. So, if I can do that by traveling and meeting people and creating relationships and networking, then I'm going to do that. And that's, I think, is the best way possible, is to go physically out there and meet these people. Because if not, man, I mean, I can only answer so many emails, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, obviously, we're on talking about UFC 223. Going to drop some knowledge on our fight predictions, and like always, see who gets the closest. I don't know who the fuck got closest last time. I think we was all quite a way out, except Jason, who jinxed it and was like, I think there's going to be an upset on Joanna. I think there's going to be an upset. Bet he went with Joanna anyways, because, loyalty and all that. But definitely a little bit of a jinx.
I wonder what Phil's pick is going to be tonight. Phil, what? I wonder who Phil's gonna pick in that fight. I'm so unsure. I know who it's gonna be. I mean,
But
come on.
we've got the first fight. Obviously, is Felder and versus, and I'm really bad with the pronunciations of the names, so I always let Jason kind of hop in and try and pronounce them, or even Phil if Phil wants to pop in there.
Phil
But
probably knows. Maybe.
you've got Al La Quinta. That was
I I think they say Ayacuinta. That's how they usually say it on the broadcast.
Quinta.
Yeah.
And they're obviously both American guys. You know, average records really. But Jason obviously feels just ranted and raved for about 20 fucking minutes. So far away, man. What are your predictions for this fight? What's your plan? What's going on?
I mean, I love this card in general. It's a lot of good fights on it, even on the prelims, and of course the main event is sick. But this is one of the fights I'm most excited for, just because they're both stand-up strikers. They're very good. They're very technical, heavy boxers. Not really big kickers. Both are really doing well. Like and the stats and information I looked up, Fielder lost to Barboza and Pearson in back-to-back fights a few years ago, but he's actually on a 3-fight winning streak. Iaquinta's on a 5-fight winning streak. He has the only thing that's funny about Iaquinta is that he's only fought once since 2016, which was a KO win over Diego Sanchez last year. So since 2016, 2017, and this year, one fight. And his losses are only to grapplers since he's been in UFC, while Felder has lost more to pretty good strikers. And because of that, despite the layoff, I'm going to go with Iaquinta. I feel like Felder, while really good, it's tough because both of them are really on good rolls. But I'm just going to go with Iaquinta. I just feel like he's a step above. He's a next level kind of striker. And I think he's tough enough and prepared enough and durable enough that he'll win it. But, I mean, if Felder wins, I wouldn't be surprised. Either way, it's a win-win for the fans.
See, I agree with you in the sense of obviously the stats and all that and the previous fights, but being out of the octagon for quite a while could play its part.
I agree.
But then I think I'm gonna have to go with Felder just because he's got a slightly better knockout percentage, and I think he's gonna be a bit stronger, bit thicker, and I think his sort of striking power might come to play in that fight. And you know, I'm thinking second round TKO, done. Lovely day's work, really. Go home, party with the wife. We did it, baby. We did it.
Even though Felder's from Philadelphia, he's Southern again. It's fascinating.
Fuck it.
Philip,
One dimension.
Your thoughts? Who you think's gonna win?
So here's the thing. Iaquinta doesn't, I heard through the grapevine that Iaquinta doesn't even really train. Like, he'll train, but he doesn't, like, put his all into it. So if Iaquinta actually trains for this one, and he actually does what he needs to do and utilizes his full capabilities, it'll be an easy night for Iaquinta. But Felder's real technical. I like the way he strikes. He's got good, solid foundation of striking. But I think Iaquinta's just a little bit more tougher in general. So I'm going to go with – I think it's going to be a good fight, to be honest with you. I think it'll be back and forth for sure. It'll go to the decision, and Iaquinta will probably edge him out.
You motherfuckers teaming up on me, man. What is this about? Fuck the British, yeah?
He's my Caucasian, JB. He's my Caucasian.
American Revolution, goddamn.
So,
God bless him.
Pretty much obviously a 2-1 on that one. Obviously, I was always going to be on my own sitting over here, but that's fine. That's cool, because you'll be eating humble pie. So it's not, it's all good. And obviously we've got on the next fight coming up would be sort of Anthony Pettis versus Michael. Fuck knows how you pronounce Chiesa.
Chiesa.
Boom. Well, it's not spelt like key, is it? It's spelled like chi.
No, it's not. Yeah, that one was a weird one.
Yeah.
Phil, weigh in with your views on this one first. I'll let you start. Graham.
Okay, so last fight, Pettis fought one of my guys, and I didn't see a spark of determination in Pettis for that last one. I think that he's kind of lost his way as far as him being Showtime. It may have something to do with changing weight classes and then going back and trying to find himself or whatever the case may be. Chiesa's good. I think he could have won against what's his name? Who did he fight last?
Kevin Lee.
Kevin Lee, yeah. I think, at that point, Kevin Lee did get a little bit lucky in his submission, but if I had to pick, man, I'm gonna pick Chiesa over Pettis, and I think just because I don't think Pettis is the same person anymore, So we'll see how it goes, but I'll have Chiesa winning another decision. It's gonna be a night of decisions, but yeah, I think he'll edge him out. What you think, Jason?
Well, it's crazy to think Anthony Pettis, the dude who was on the Wheaties box, doing the Showtime kick, all the superstar stuff. This dude is 2-5 since 2015, which is nuts. Former champion who's just 30 is 2-5 since then. But his losses are to Rafael Dos Anjos, Eddie Alvarez, Barboza, Poirier, and Max Holloway. I mean, none of those are bad losses. I mean, honestly, they're all real good losses. And outside of his debut loss to Guida, he's done well against grappling-based fighters, and that's what Chiesa is. Chiesa is not a very good striker. I mean, he's tough enough to get to you and get you down, but like the best strikers he's faced previously have been Kevin Lee, and was those KO loss, and Jorge Masvidal, which Phil knows well about too, and he finished. Jorge Masvidal actually submitted him, which is nuts. That's how badass Jorge Masvidal is. But just based off of that, I think Anthony Pettis' ground game is good enough that if it goes to the ground, he can survive. Otherwise, I think he will just pick him apart. I think everything Phil said is there's a question about his desire, Anthony Pettis, and if he still has the fire. But I think he's at a point where 30, he's in the middle of his prime, 2-5. He needs a win now. He just lost to Poirier, got finished. He kind of needs a win just to stay in the UFC kind of thing. He's getting dicey, so I think the fire comes back. This is a good matchup for him, and I think he could finish Chiesa second round TKO.
Ooh, opposites, eh? It's a first. It's a first.
All right, which way you gonna go? Which way you gonna go?
Well, we all know that I'm back in Phil Daru here. Nah,
you can't even say the guy who you picking to win's name.
Michael Maverick, all right? I'm going with him for the simple, he's got a good submission percentage, and I think goes to the ground, man gets subbed out. I think Anthony Pettis has lost his last fight, bit disheartened. He's lost the fight, he's probably questioning himself, like, man, why am I still fucking doing this? And I don't even think it's gonna be in a close fight. I think you're gonna see one fighter that's not really geared up for it, and another guy that's just gonna want to take his fucking head off and sort of prove himself a bit. That's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm just going with the flow here. That's how I see it. And I think it's.
I mean, it is 3 in the morning, so you say anything crazy, I understand. This is kind of late over there.
True, man. True. Nah, but it could be a close fight, but I really don't think it's going to be. I think we're looking at someone that's not really bothered about it anymore, and probably coming off a loss and that, he's just thinking, why am I doing this? Maybe it's time for him to finish up. But who knows? Maybe, like you said, could have that fire in the belly. Wants to prove himself to the UFC. I'm still worth the money. I'm still want to be here, and he fucks him up. That's the beauty of the sport, But I can't go for Anthony Pettis, so yeah, that's my view. And obviously, we move on to the next fight, which would be someone you met, Jason, quite recently. So
I never met her, but I got to talk to her. I had the pleasure talking to her.
Okay, you spoke to him. Sorry, you spoke to him. So your tongue's going to be a little brown, I bet. I'm joking. But yeah, what are your predictions for this fight? Where would you go?
Which fight? What are you talking about?
Oh, sorry. Fucking. I've moved on, mate. 3:13 in the morning. I've moved on.
Are we doing Rose and Joanna next? That's who we got next, right?
No, we've got Qatar and what's his name? Fucking Moicano.
Well, I mean, Phil could take that. I mean, he knows Moicano. I want to see what his pick is for that.
Man, that dude is serious. Let's put it like that. He's one of the guys in the gym that everybody kind of watches. You know, he gives everybody good looks. He gives everybody trouble, and you know, him even being at a lighter weight class, he's still pretty solid, man. So I'm gonna go with him, obviously, over Qatar. And we still, me and March and Casey got something for Qatar coming up, so we need that rematch too. So you know what March and Casey is, don't you, JB? Don't you?
Yeah, man. Yeah, someone hooked me up for a little chat with him. It was interesting to say the least. He's a really nice guy, and he's Mark is very exciting to watch, I'd say. I don't know why, because he's got so much potential, Mark. I just don't know why sometimes he has those like those little blips where maybe he has like a lack of...
I'm gonna tell you the honest truth right there is just he's young. He's young in the game. He just got to get a little bit more experience and calm down and work on fundamentals and technique. And once he can hone that craft, like we utilized him for Dustin's camp when he fought Pettis, and he looked better than he's ever done, fighting a different style almost in a way. When he spars with Dustin, it's a lot more technical. It's a lot more fluent. So, I mean, I don't know. He just got to calm down with all the crazy shit that he does, you know, with the spinning triple backflip, side kick shit. He's chill out, you know. And we talked about that, so it's nothing. He's a fucking great kid, a phenomenal athlete, you know, phenomenal person. But he just got to calm down, man, and he just needs a little bit more experience. That's all.
Almost work on the basics and perfect them before then going for your triple fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme spinning back kicks and shit.
It's cool, like I like it, and it's exciting, but there's times for that, and it's like he does it all the time where it's not needed, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you're doing it all the time, you're telegraphing. You know, you can't, like, when you bring it out and no one expects it. That's you know, that's when it gets dangerous. If everybody's expecting you, waiting for you to do it, it's way less effective.
So, do we all agree on this outcome of the fight? Really, that Qatar isn't gonna win, or Jason, have you got something else to weigh in with?
I'm gonna go Qatar.
You're just such a bastard. Why? What's your reasoning?
You know what? It's a close one. I mean, haven't seen a lot of them. Either of them five. Seen Qatar, so the Qatar in the chamber, and as Phil leaves, he's got shit to do. He just peaced out.
I'm tired of your
Phil
shit.
Couldn't take it anymore. He just had to leave. He just had enough. You know.
I'm tired of your
Qatar's
shit,
really
boy.
good.
I'm out of here. Gone. Doesn't even turn off Skype. He's had enough.
I know he does. Yeah, he doesn't like. Look, guys, I'm gonna leave. He's just like, I'm just like, just pieces out. I mean, for Qatar, I mean, he's 2-0 in the UFC, beat Shane Burgos. He's actually on a 10-fight winning streak, not including the UFC, which is pretty interesting. 7 wins by TKO, KO, 8 decisions. I mean, Moicano has a great record. His only loss and last loss is to Brian Ortega. I mean, there's no shame in that at all. And he actually has a win over Jeremy Stevens, which is pretty impressive too. I don't know. I just feel like Qatar is a good striker, and you know, he's maybe got a little bit more experience. He's on a really good winning streak. That's one of the greatest assets to an athlete, confidence. Phil would agree. Confidence is key, and a 10-fight winning streak builds a lot of confidence.
You're gonna lose this one. He's not gonna beat that guy. I'm telling you right now. You want to bet money right now? We can bet money.
$10.
No, never mind. We won't bet money.
I got Phil Daru money. I'm sorry. I gotta bet low. Come on.
I'll be trimming this little video of Phil Daru like, he's not gonna win this, and I'll just keep repeating it after he's won. Just be one of those little blooper reels where he's like, he's not gonna win this, and he'll be like, oh my god, Qatar's knocked him out. He's not gonna win this. But we'll move on. We'll move on to the first title fight of the night, which is obviously Joanna Jacek. See, I can pronounce it now, and that is how you pronounce it, isn't it? Joanna Jacek. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Stop.
Let me see if I can do it. Let me see if I
Go
can
on,
do it.
go on.
Yun Jacek.
No.
Check.
Yun Jacek. No.
Yeah,
Closer.
Close.
Well, you
fuck
do it
sir.
then, since you know it.
Closer than him. Yin J-check.
That's what I just said. Come on.
Listen,
No,
right.
you said closer than him.
JB's all over.
Six-
Look, it's 20 past 3 in the morning. Fuck you, alright? So, first title fight of the night. Obviously, second time these two are coming together. Fighting for a belt again. She wants it back. But the question is, how bad does she want it? And has she worked on her game plan enough to take it back? And the only man to answer this question is Phil Duru.
I thought you were going to say me. I was like, damn, it would have been funny if you didn't say me.
Sorry, man. I could do it again.
Jason, you want to?
We already know what Phil's going to say. Just say, oh, your ass going to win. You know, whatever. Rose ain't got the stuff.
Well, give me
Yeah.
a pick.
Let's go, Jason.
All right. Well, I got a lot of stats here. Now, before I even looked at this information, I was actually going to lean Joanna because I totally understand. We talked about on the Fight Strength, perfecting athletes fucked her over. Like, she had a difficult weight cut. The older you get, that's only the harder it gets. So I feel she will come in better. And, you know, I've said on this show and I said in other places, I felt like Joanna isn't quite the killer I thought she was. Like, she was more of a feared machine. But then I started looking at stuff, and in her career, she only has like 4 finishers out of 14 wins. So I was like, okay, maybe she's not quite the finisher. Maybe in the end, maybe she's more like a Frankie Edgar type. You know, she's great striker, it goes the distance, whatever. So I started looking at stats. Now, starting with the Carla Esparza fight, now, I'm going to give you the total strikes landed percent and the significant strikes landed percent. In the Carla Esparza, 25% total landed, 18 significant. Okay, nothing. She's good defense. She's not getting hit. Then the Panay fight, 30% landed, 28 significant. Okay, went up a little bit. Laterno, 35% total, 32 significant. Starting to go up a little bit again. Then Claudia Gadelha, 52% total strikes landed on Joanna and 42% significant. Now, in the Carolina Kowalkiewicz fight, it went down. 28% landed, 22 were significant. But I will add the nugget, that fight she got rocked in the 4th round, which nobody had seen before at that point. So it's like, okay. And then Andrade, 40% total landed, 38% significant. And then we all know against Rose, 48% total landed. I mean, some of it's on the ground, whatever. Wait, Phil, you get the joke, Phil. I got you. But this is the other thing I wanted to add. Okay, Joanna's 30. She's in the middle of her prime, no doubt about it. She's actually had 40 amateur Muay Thai fights. She's had 31 professional Muay Thai and kickboxing fights. She's now had 17 amateur and pro MMA fights. That's a lot of fights and a lot of work and a lot of put on, effort on the body. She's been in a lot of fights, a lot of shots landed. Same thing with the George St. Pierre, Frank Edgar, all great fighters. These are all Hall of Famers. Joanna's a Hall of Famer. But you're in there fighting a lot, training a lot. That takes an effect. And because of that, I just wonder. Rose is younger, 7-3. She's actually only getting better. Because of that, I want to see Joanna win. I think she can definitely win. But there's a part of me that started to wonder, is there may be a slight decline? And we've even talked about it. The lower the weight class, the quicker age catches up on you. She's fighting at 115. I mean, it's just the matter of how things work. So I'm going to pick Rose. I think it'll be a longer fight. I think it'll go all the way 5 rounds. It'll be close. But I just wonder if there's too much mileage on Joanna. And that's not her fault. She's just been a great pro for a long time. And it catches up to you. So my pick is Rose, 5-round decision.
Oh, shit. There's fire.
There's
fire in the building. Jason's leaving the fucking podcast. Do you want me to weigh in for a minute? Because obviously I'm backing Joanna, and not Jason's shaking his fucking head. I think I mean, if it goes 5 rounds, bruv, like, I think Joanna wins, because she's just a mean machine with a good work ethic. She's got experience, knows how to work her way around the octagon, and I think if she can tighten up her defence, trains, like, fight smart, and just, move around. She's obviously in phenomenal shape, thanks to Phil. Yeah, she's not going to be feeling the effects of the weight cut. And I think that if it does go the distance, you're going to see a Joanna win, and it's going to be a long night for Rose. However, if Rose comes out and pounces on Ola, it could be completely different, and you could be seeing Joanna getting a bit rocked in a bit of heat. Because, like, in the first fight, I think Rose come out, like, quite feisty, and she looked really, like, powerful and strong, do you know what I mean? Whereas Joanna didn't look as beefy as she usually does in there. And maybe that was down to the weight cut, not being perfect, or not working with her very well on the weight cut and getting it slightly out. Whatever it is, I don't know. But she just didn't look as strong and as well. I can't really explain the word, but hopefully you get my point, And but I'm going with Joanna. I'm going 5 rounds. She's winning, and I think she's gonna just fight smart, use her skills, use her experience, and kind of school the up and coming star. But Rose will come again, no doubt. Maybe there'll be a trilogy. It'll be exciting.
Okay. So now, I'll start with you, fucker. You. Right? Okay. So you talking about her decline, or whatever the case may be, on how strikes have been landed throughout her career.
Yes.
If you look at her career, each individual opponent has been better. So as she developed and as she got better, the opponents got harder.
Yep,
right?
I agree.
So at the end of it all, Rose is at the top of the heap. There's no doubt that she's the champion now, and she was the #1 contender when she fought her the first time, right? But if you look at Carla Esparza, now or then, and Rose Namajunas now, Rose beats her the fuck up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you look at the spectrum, it's gonna happen. Once you face better opponents, you're gonna get hit. You're gonna get hit a lot more. It is what it is. She is not as dominant because the opponents aren't as bad, right? Or the opponents, they got better, right? Now, with that being said, so yes, Rose had a great game plan. She changed levels. She changed her rhythms. She did her thing. Also, what Joanna didn't do was measure the distance, judge her perception, which could obviously be contributed to the weight cut, contributed to bad rehydration process, all of that. Also, it's because of Joanna's style that Rose was able to pick it apart, because it's a little bit more predictable. The only reason that Joanna was successful in her career beforehand is because her speed outmatched all the other females.
Yep.
But when you have more precision, better timing, that can negate a lot of speed. We've seen that with Conor McGregor and Jose Aldo, where he used his timing and precision over speed and power, right? With that being said, I know what we've been working on in this camp. And I know exactly who we brought in for this camp. Now, I'm not going to say who, because you guys are just going to have to find that out. But we've changed some things up, trust me. The funny thing is that, me, JJ puts up these videos of me just training her, or I put up videos of her, just training with me. And these motherfuckers think that that's the only thing she's doing. Of course, we're not going to put up your sparring videos or her pad work, because we have new shit going down. We got new stuff we got new tools in the toolbox. We got something for Thug Rose. We have something for everything that she wants to do. That being said, I understand people's opinion. That's cool. But I'm telling you right now, she is pissed. She's not happy with the fact that she doesn't have her belt right now. And another thing is that she's really pissed at people thinking that she quit in the first fight with the situation.
Yeah, yeah.
She's even more pissed that people are doubting her for this second fight. So, with that being said, there's a new fire that's been lit underneath an already dangerous person. So, you know who I'm going with. I don't even have to say who that is. But I'm just giving you the facts of what I've seen, you know, and without a doubt, if she goes out there and does what we've been practicing, she's going to demolish Rose. But again, it all depends on the night of the fight. So
Do you know,
I love this because
go on, no,
I love this
Jason,
because
go.
it's like Phil has an eyeball view of things and feels a certain way, and then I'm, looking at just information, and I don't have the eyeball view, and I'm not in the camera, so I'm curious to see how it plays out. Like, there's a history, but then you're seeing something nobody else is seeing, so it's a compelling case you're making. It's making me wonder, but I'm gonna stay strong. I'm gonna stand strong, yo.
Do you not think that sort of anger and fire in her belly could maybe be an issue when she goes in there, that she could be so riled up that she forgets?
she kind of fights better when a lot of people don't fight good angry. She kind of focuses a lot more angry. I see it when she trains with me. I see it when she spars. I see it when she grapples. As long as she doesn't take that anger and turn it into an emotional roller coaster, where she just focuses her anger and aggression on the specific tasks at hand and not just trying to kill, Rose in general. If she focuses and gets angry on being so focused and so precise with her own, technical and tactical approaches, she's going to be on point.
Did anyone see Rose on the Joe Rogan podcast at all?
No.
A little bit of that.
Yeah, because she was talking about, obviously, Joanna a bit, and how I think her coach was on with her, and they were saying how they would shut Rose off from everything because Rose didn't want to sort of see anything that Joanna was doing or saying or whatever. But she said something about this story, I can't remember, that she bumped into Joanna, obviously, during their sort of, when they were training and things like that. And I think Joanna said something to her like, does he know, or something like that. And apparently Rose just had no fucking idea what Joanna was going on about. And then Joanna just walked off. And obviously Rose said that it drove her mad for a little bit. And when they went back to the locker room, she was like, she just walked up to me and just said, I'm doing my southern accent again. Does she know? And they all sat there for ages, like trying to think about it or whatever. And the coach and that were like, Rose, like, we need to focus on training. Don't worry about that. She said something like that to her, anyways. But yeah, I just found it interesting, as in, like, gave us a little insight into Joanna and maybe trying to get inside her head.
I'm gonna tell you why she said that, because she's very cryptic in what she does. She's done that shit. She did it to me one time, and I'm like, mad at me? What the fuck is going on? She's very cryptic, and she likes to play with people. She does kid a lot. Don't get me wrong. She's playful, and she definitely likes to play around with people's emotions. Especially when it comes down to competition. So, and she competes with some of the guys in the gym and fucks with them in their head, So, I mean, I could see that definitely happening, and that not meaning a goddamn thing. It's just, she just was like, does he know? She probably was saying, does he know that you're going to fucking lose or something like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit like that. But that's just the way she is. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I'm a number one fan, man. So I know I follow her on Instagram and shit. Share your videos, try and comment on them with you and her, and you know, she's proper nice. She comes across like so nice on the outside world, but then with training, she's just like fucking, just an animal, like a massive animal inside the, you know, inside the training camps and that. Even the footage you're sharing on your Instagram and stuff, little insights, you can see like her focus and determination, and how much she's really applying herself to what you're saying. So, you know, I think we're definitely going to be seeing a sort of new Joanna. Fuck me, what is going on? New Joanna enter the octagon, take back her belt, and hopefully we don't hear another Daniel Cormier where he's going, "Fuck Rose, fuck Rose." That's all he kept saying. That's all I remember. Fuck Rose. I was like, fucking hell, Daniel, shut up. What was funny? That was Jason at home. He was just going, "Fuck Rose, fuck Rose." Yeah, wide mouth. Like, what the fuck? Phil shaved his head. He was just like, "I'm fucking getting done with this hairdo. I'm so stressed." Anyways, on to the main event of the night, which is Tony Ferguson versus fuck me. You know what I'm gonna say?
Yeah,
Khabib.
Say it.
I'm just gonna say Khabib. Nurmagomedov.
Hey, listen.
Say Fedor's name. Say his last name.
I'm saving. I'm gonna go ahead, Jason. I'm gonna go ahead and save him, because if he gets this guy's name wrong, he's gonna have about 30 Russians at his front door, ready to fucking.
I know they got mafia in England, the Russian mafia. You better watch out.
You're not seeing the news, man. Fucking Russians have put fucking poison over here, mate. Some nerve gas.
Yes.
They did.
Yes.
It was meant for me.
Oh. Damn.
Got
Khabib's name wrong, man. He fucking sent the Russians after me. They got some other guy. I was fucking lucky. I was like, shit. But yeah,
Say Fedor's last name. Say that one.
No.
I'm gonna go. I'm going on my pick. You know,
Go.
I have numerous amount of Dagestanians that I train that are close with Khabib, and I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody who comes from that side of the country is a complete fucking monster. That guy is the king of those monsters. Nobody's gonna beat that guy until Dustin Poirier steps in the cage with him.
Oh Lord.
As of right now, I'm going with Khabib, hands down. Enough said.
Decision, or he finishes him?
He's finishing him.
Really?
He's finishing him.
I'm with.
If you don't, gonna beat him up for 5 rounds. Easy.
Yeah, I think Khabib absolutely destroys Tony Ferguson here. I think he's just a different animal. I think he's going to be around at the top for a long time, and this his skill set is just he's complete in everything. Ground game, he'll just fucking lay on you and suffocate you, and he's mean. You know what I mean? Like, he don't give a fuck. And if you stand up and try and fight with him, you're just going to get beaten up, because it don't matter how hard you're hitting him, he ain't going nowhere. Do you know what I mean? I think like Conor McGregor is fucking praying Tony Ferguson wins so he can have an easy fight if he ever comes back. Because Khabib will absolutely destroy Conor McGregor as well. So, you know, I just think Khabib's going to be around for a long time. I think he's just a complete fighter, and yeah, I'm going to go with a knockout as well, or a submission, probably 3rd round. I don't think it's going to go the distance, but hey, you know, it's the fight game.
I mean,
here we go.
I agree with you guys, but I want to, you know, add a little something into it. I mean, you know, Ferguson's 13-1. It's crazy to think that dude only has 1 loss in the UFC to Michael Johnson, and the dude's on a 10-fight winning streak, which is impressive. I mean, he's fought good grapplers and Gleison Tibau. He actually won by rear naked choke. He fought RDA, you know, but Rafael Dos Anjos chose to really stand up in that fight. So it wasn't a good test in terms of great grapplers. As far as, you know, he's got 10 KOs, 8 submissions, so that dude can win any way. He's got 23 wins, 18 by finishes. So this Ferguson's very, very capable, and he could beat you in numerous ways. Now for Habib, he's faced strong grapplers too. Kamal Shalarus, Pat Healy. He also fought Tebow. He also fought RDA. I mean, in terms of strikers, he fought Michael Johnson, who beat Ferguson. Like I say, he fought Barboza, but not someone that's uber crafty and unpredictable like Ferguson on the floor. Look, Seafield disagreeing, unbelievable. But they have. But the funny thing is, they have many common opponents. They fought Johnson, they fought Tebow, for RDA, for Barboza. You know, Nurmagomedov. I fucking love this fight because it's like a straight up battle of wills. To me, Ferguson is like a Diaz brother with more athleticism. That dude is not easy to put away. He's got a great chin. He's crafty. He will catch you with bullshit on the floor that you don't expect. He will throw weird shit you don't expect striking. It don't necessarily land, but it's unpredictable.
His striking's terrible.
No, I'm not saying he's Conor McGregor, but he can. If you got 10 TKO KOs at this level,
Nick and Nate Diaz with better athleticism.
I'm talking about like in terms of the toughness, the will, the cardio, not the striking. I'm not saying he's striking like a Diaz brother. I'm saying like that. Like those dudes are known for their cardio and that you are not breaking them. That's what's great about both of them. Habib and Ferguson are not dudes you're gonna break. No. So the question is whose will wins out. Also, I know Habib. Not fucking Khabib, not his ass. I know that. I don't doubt that. But the one thing I wonder is round 4. Ferguson is he's getting beat up, but he's not going away. His cardio is fan-fucking-tastic. Is Khabib gonna still be there grinding away, throwing those big punches in round 5? Because remember, this guy always has difficulty cutting. That's one of his problems, along with his injuries. Is he still going to be the same killer in round 4 or 5 when Tony Ferguson is not going to go away? He's still going to be there. That's the thing. Khabib could probably very well beat his ass for 4 rounds and get caught with a submission in round 5. I agree with you both. I'm going with Khabib too, but I can't fucking wait for that fight. That fight is going to be sick. It's the best fight this year outside of Cormier-Stipe to me, at least for what I want to see. I can't wait. And yeah, I'll go with Khabib. I'm gonna say he's gonna be a decision, but there's gonna be moments where they're both gonna have moments, and it's gonna be a lot of blood, a lot of gasping for air at the end, and it's just gonna be fucking fantastic. I can't wait.
Boom, baby.
See, look at that. I turned Phil. He was like, "Oh, this guy talking nonsense. What this bullshit?" But I even got Phil like, "All right. See what you say. Okay." Right.
He's like, this is why I have you as the host of the Fight Strength podcast, motherfucker.
I like that Phil always sounds like a farmer. He's gonna tend the fields after the podcast.
I'm going outside. Oh dear Lord.
You sounded Amish. Like, what were you doing?
I don't even fucking know, bro.
He's like the Irish.
Oh my
he's
god.
Like Scottish. He sounded like fucking. You alright though, bro?
Maybe is sleep drunk.
Did you like the cups, by the way?
Oh man, yeah.
Is that? He's
like, they went in. We just went from Khabib and blood to cups.
Yeah. I was thinking he was gonna go there in the fucking bin, man. Fucking British gift, motherfucker. Send me a fucking cup, cheap cunt.
Of course, the Englishman sends cups for tea and stuff like that. What a shocker!
I tried to send them PG tips, man, as well, like British tea bags, but fucking trying to send them was good luck. It was so expensive, bruv. So fucking expensive. Listen, yeah, if you knew the trouble I had to go to send that gift, fuck me, bruv.
Yeah, do appreciate it, man. Definitely.
But no, this is cool.
I'm gonna get you a Drew Strong shirt, man, to this motherfucker one way or another. I know I gotta get you, man. It's just
I'm waiting for the signatures, bruv.
No, I got you. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, fucking 4 years later.
Yeah, patience is a virtue. Homie.
That's cool, man. That's cool, you know. Whenever it happens, it happens. I'm still waiting for the Joanna interview as well, and that ain't fucking coming. I'm just freaking...
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. No, bro. I only got to talk to her because Phil know her. I would never talk to myself, though.
It's tough, man. Like, she honestly was like, to be honest, she was tired, man, because interviews, and it's all UFC type shit. You know, she was on doing interviews for like 3 hours. You know, this afternoon after sparring. So it's like, man, for her to be like, you know, doing the interview on the side.
Get him Poirier. Poirier is about to be champion in Phil's book, so get him Poirier. Poirier will do some English stuff, right? Come on.
Not in my book, man. In fucking in his book, he feels like he's the man, dog. So the first thing you got to do is you got to believe in yourself. So there you go. He made a
lesson for all of you kids out there.
He made a believer out of me, man. Fucking watching him spar and shit.
I'm very, very upset, man. My dreams have been crushed. My dreams have just been crushed. You kept me on a string like that, like a little fishy like that, fucking holding the bait out just to get away.
Bro, let me tell you what to do. This is what you need to do, okay?
Go on.
I'm going to go ahead and tell her, just like we did with Scott and just like we did with Mark, I'm going to go ahead and tell her that you want to do an interview with her. Hit her up.
Okay.
You can either DM her or whatever, you know, hit her up. I'll let her know who you are, and then boom, you're good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but,
I mean, bruv,
like
whenever,
said,
like, if it's fucking, even if she's like 6 months from now, contact me. I'll be like, okay. Do you know what I mean?
It's bro, she's trying to win her title back. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of talk.
Are we still recording this? This feels like post.
Yeah, no. I'm recording. It's all good. All right. Anyways, yeah, I'll end it now. We'll chat for a couple of minutes off camera. It's been a pleasure, bruv. It's been a pleasure, guys. I've really enjoyed it as always. Always a fucking good crack. And hopefully the people that tune in enjoy it as well. So thank you both for coming on. Do you want to do the outro, Jason, with the Fight Strength podcast stuff? Or Phil, do you want to add anything quick?
Oh, we're good, man. Jason? Me? What?
Go.
Hey, I'm Jason Burgos. He is Phil DeRue. Bye-bye.
Now I'm Southern. I'm from New York, and now I'm Southern too. What's going on?
You're not. You think everybody's Southern. It's talking Southern now.
Thanks for coming on, guys.